game sucks. This game sucks. It's terrible. So combat is just pushing one button. I get like more stuff or what? Like, do I get like a moveset? Yeah. No extra moveset or anything.
Here we gotta go. Come on! Sorry. Come on. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Sorry. Come on. Come on! Fire down! Come on!
Come on.
Come on!
Come on. Come on. Get over here. I have made my ancestors. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Come on.
Damn it! Fucker. I didn't have a super. That was my fault. That sucks, man.
Come on!
Well, that should have been a 1cc, but dropped the ball there at the end. The kendo guys deleted a lot of my health. I don't quite remember all the parry timings because it's been a long time since I played this, but getting the hang of it again.
Je suis Bob Lennon. Droit dans ta queue. Droit dans ta queue. Disparaît. Droit dans Toi dans ta gueule. Toi dans ta gueule. Toi dans ta gueule. Toi dans ta gueule. Toi dans ta gueule.
Damn, that combo. Hey, what's up, man? Hello. How you enjoying the demo? Just finished the demo? Nice. How long is it? So I heard it was like 6 hours, which is pretty generous. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised at how small the open zones are. They're not too big. You get around them pretty quick. Performance is spotty, yeah. It definitely is. Oh, damn, that combo! That was awesome. This fucking game, man. Masterpiece. Hello. If you get the exploration level up to 4, it just tells you where everything is, which is really nice because I'm not big on open world. I like more contained experiences. But if you get exploration level 4, it just tells you where everything is. Granted, some stuff is still pretty well hidden, but you can find everything just by playing. It's an open world that respects your time. It's not too big. Ninja style is actually better balanced than I thought it would be. I thought it would be leaps and bounds better than samurai. The thing about samurai is it does do more damage. Also, the human enemies are a lot harder to pressure. My build kind of got shut down a lot by the changes they made to the human bosses with like zero key combos being nerfed and stuff. And like samurai is a lot better. Ninja definitely has some pretty bad matchups in the full game. I can't say more than that because still embargo, but they're both good. But if you like character action games, then I think most of those people are going to stick with Ninja. But you're very vulnerable in the air. Any hit in the air knocks you down. It's like a hard knockdown, so you can't just button mash. But if you build up key damage, man, they go down like extremely quick. Key damage on ninja style is busted because you can lock down like yokai bosses so quick. Yeah, it's more balanced than people thought. I don't know, I've seen people say that they hate the parrying. I'm like, well, I thought the parrying in the previous two games was stupid because it only worked on human enemies. So, if you built around parries and the moves that allowed you to counter and stuff, you could only use them on like such a small portion of the enemy roster. I think the fact that they just have a straight counter from like that they took from Wo Long is much better. And you can tell the reason why is because, you know, most games, Souls-like games, you fight mostly things around your size, but you fight, like, big demons and shit, so they didn't want to make an animation for everything. So they just made it, oh, well, you can only do it on humans. It's like, well, that makes me never want to use it. That's really what that does. Like, that's all it makes me do is I never bothered with that at all. It's nice that there's a balance. And Samurai does way more damage than Ninja, so I think after people played the game, a lot of those complaints should go to rest because it's much better balanced. And being in the air does not make you invincible, like, at all. Being in the air is just as much of a risk as being on the ground. However, if you can dodge and you build your character properly, you can decimate things really quick, but aerial stuff doesn't work very well on humans, so Samurai is a lot better for those kinds of enemies. Yeah, I always thought that parrying in the previous games was kind of stupid. I think they tried too hard to balance it in those games. Well, it's more like they just didn't want to make an animation for every single enemy. I mean, which is understandable. Which is understandable, but it just never felt like parrying was viable. You could only do it sometimes. I saw some people say that they turned it into parry slap. I'm like, they didn't. You know, both styles are viable, and they have good and bad matchups. You know, if you can get above, like, a big yokai and you dodge, there are aerial moves you can do that just, like, delete their ki. And there's moves that put you in the air as well. But against human enemies, the aerial stuff kind of doesn't really work. So, you can either stay in Ninja and be suboptimal, or you can switch to Samurai and do like way more damage. Well, I think that they did a pretty good job. Now, granted, I don't have an endgame build yet, so I don't know how much that's going to hold up, like, endgame. But for now, I think that they did a very good job. You talk about the Crucible arts, there's nothing to hide. You should be able to do that in the demo. Did they give you Crucible weapons in the demo? If they do, just say yes, and I can talk about it. I can go ahead and show you. I can show you how it works. Hold on. You're gonna have to wait a little while because I gotta get to a part of the game that's not embargo. I could go ahead and show you how it works. Give me a sec. Let me change my scene here so you guys can't see. I am still in the first area. I just don't want to get in any trouble. So just give me a moment. I'll go into the game really quick. No, the embargo is basically I can't show anything past the first region, which makes doing guides and stuff incredibly difficult. I'm very limited in what I can do. I wasn't told to not talk about the endgame, but, I mean, honestly, if you played the other Neo games, then the endgame is very similar with some changes that you guys will... I'll talk about next week, but it's not like it's this groundbreaking change. It really isn't, so make of that as you will. Alright, I can go ahead and show this. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Alright, anyway. You go in here. And when you click on a tree, it will tell you the ones that you get from Crucible weapons. Like Devastation. You get this from a Crucible weapon, right? So what that means is you need to get a Crucible weapon that has that move on it. And then you max out the proficiency and you have it permanently. So like, for instance, I don't have a lot of them because they haven't dropped. It's like refused to drop them. But I think this system is a lot better than before. The secret move system in 2 was a cool idea in practice, but the drop rate was way too low. I must have fought like Ren Hayabusa like 100 times to get his drops. And at that point, it's like, you know, I can do the fight, right? You know, without cheating or modding or anything. But I shouldn't have to do it like 100 times, right? The drop rate should be like, you know, maybe like a dozen times or 20 times tops. So now the RNG is basically just getting a weapon that has the Crucible on it, the Crucible move that you want. And then after you learn it, you can go back to whatever you want. So, for instance, Uchiko powder? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah, you can use this. Oh, wow, I didn't know about that. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a couple here. Yeah, see, I got this one, Wolf Claw. Give me a sec. Maybe I'll go ahead and grind up one really quick. And I got some stuff I can't show. Give me a sec. I'll go ahead and do that since you gave me a tip. I didn't know about that, so thank you. Nah, the skill drops in Neo 2 were the drop rates are way too low. And they were off like difficult bosses as well. It's not like it was easy to get them. It took way too long. It was a cool idea, but poorly executed. I should not need to kill Ren Hayabusa like 60 times to get his stuff. Like, that's dumb. I don't really see any reason why the drop rates were so low. Now it's a lot more streamlined. You don't have to keep using the move, you just have to max it out. Like, see, I've got a bunch of them here. And you can see them down here. Some of them are just recycled from the last game, which I think is kind of dumb. They should be new. Kind of feels like grinding to unlock stuff you already had, but there are some new ones for what it's worth, so it's not too bad. Some of them have like really cool utility as well. What's this one? Waterfall? Yeah, so that would be really good on human bosses. Like, this one is back, but this is like the least cool-looking move, so why is this unlockable? It should just be like there already. I'm sure that the DLC will fix stuff like that. Yeah, that's from 1 and 2 as well. That's recycled. So is this. The gun. I haven't seen Tonfa gun yet. I don't know if it's in the game. But, like, I don't really care to unlock that. The whole fun part about it was the gun. Sasuke's Tonfas with the gun that would, like, take their heads off and stuff. Like, that was really cool. But if it's just that, like, I don't really give a crap about that. That's not interesting at all. It is what it is, though. They'll probably add more moves later on. I think they just wanted to, like, balance some of the moves that were stronger by making you unlock them, but I don't know. It was a lot more exciting in the previous game, where it was, like, brand new stuff. No, it's not as great as it should be, but I do think it's an overall improvement. Because before, it was really dumb. Oh wow, that's sick. You know, we're gonna learn some of these right now, actually, since I'm on newbie difficulty. We'll learn some of these right now, so you guys can see a little bit of the game. I can't show anything else, though, so before you ask. Not gonna happen. Yeah, we'll learn some of these. Okay, so what was that item you said? It was... What was it called again? Uchigo powder, okay. Yeah, I didn't even know I had those. Thank you for the backseating. Uchigo powder. I'll put that right there. Well, I'll take an empty map over being too big. I'll take an empty map over it being too big. How much do I have now? Oh, it's like not giving me any. What the heck? Maybe I have to do this off stream. Too weak. Well, the key is that the map is quick to get around. It's not like Elden Ring, where the map is way too big. It's pretty much to the point. This game, open world, is actually a lot like Sonic Frontiers. And like, it's open, right? But it's not like open world size, so you can get around very quick. And I much rather prefer that over it being massive and filled with nothing. I mean, you can still run around and kill stuff, and it takes a while to get all the collectibles and everything, but not at all like time-consuming. It's pretty quick. You can also repeat missions as well, so if you want to load into an instance and fight stuff, you can. Nothing's stopping you. Oh, hey, there's one I missed. How does the proficiency work in this game? I'm getting, like, none. I guess they want me to go back to the part I can't show. Well, that's kind of a problem, isn't it? Well, I will do that offline. I will do that offline, then. I actually want to try out these dual swords for the ninja style. I didn't really look at it. Oh, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, well, I can't show that. I cannot show that. That's gonna have to be for when I'm offline. Cannot show that now. It won't take long. It'll probably only take a couple, like an hour or so to get all of them. We'll just cycle through all the weapons. When is the full embargo lift? It should be when the game comes out. See, there are some new moves. For ninja style, it's mostly the aerial stuff. It's like all the ninja weapons have some kind of aerial stuff that they can do. Like, that's new. Yeah, that's new as well. That's from 2. Well, yeah, that's from 2 as well. Oh man, that move was so busted in 2. I'm sure that they will do balance changes. Some of the moves just, like, aren't very good. Some of them are kind of junk, to be honest. But I do like the Crucible system a lot better than the way it worked before. If you do Crucibles and you increase your drop rate, you will get them pretty frequently, so... It's just a matter of getting the one you need, and there's only like 4 of them per weapon, so it's not like it's going to take that long. I think that's way better than before. The drop rates were like getting a 5-star character in a gacha before, which is kind of ridiculous because you had to fight like extremely difficult endgame content to get it. I never once thought that it was worth it. Sometimes the moves are pretty good, but I don't know. I remember I spent like 5 hours straight fighting Ren Hayabusa for his drops. And I'm like, you know, this is kind of dumb. It should not take that long. Like, that's well above what's acceptable. You're gonna make me fight a difficult boss, it should be like a minimum like 5 to 10% drop rate. It shouldn't be like 2%. It's kind of stupid. If they put something like that in the DLC, I hope that they will really rethink the drop rates, because you shouldn't be stuck on a boss for hours. I mean, this game is pretty difficult, so... Neo 2 was pretty difficult until you learned how to break it. But to break it, you still had to be like good at the game, right? So there was no reason for the drop rates to be that low. Well, I'm glad that they found a better balance. Now it's basically just play the game and you'll get them. I'd say my main complaint is that there aren't enough skill points to max everything out. I don't really like that system. I liked it before, when it was basically just play the game and just get the proficiency and then just have everything. I don't want to go in here and have to respec like every single time I want to change weapons. I think that they should have put in enough skill points to just max everything out, because there's really only enough for a full build. A full build is 4 weapons. There's not anywhere near enough, so... If you want to switch weapons mid-mission, you have to respec the whole thing, which I think is pretty dumb. I don't really get the reason why it's like that. It's kind of silly. I feel like there should be some kind of endgame activity that just gives them to you. Like after you find all the ones in the world, because I found like most of them already. Loadouts. Does this game have loadouts? I didn't even know it did. That's news to me. Does it have loadouts? Oh, you can save it. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of helps, but not really. In the shrine. Huh. I guess they felt like it was too quick to get them before, and it definitely was. I remember when the split staff came out from the DLC, and I did like 1 picture scroll, and then I had like almost everything. So I can see that they wanted to slow it down. It's not slowing it down, that's the problem. It's there not being enough points to just have everything. Doesn't seem like there are anywhere near enough points, because you need like a couple dozen to max out 1 weapon. So, realistically, once you have flash attack, you can have all those maxed out and have like a little bit extra. But having extra doesn't really mean anything, because essentially, you know, you're still going to have to respec. So, I think that that's kind of dumb. Anyway, then go ahead and hop off this, because there's stuff I can't show. There you go. There's your answer. Yeah, I'd argue that learning new moves was too quick before. I definitely think that that's true. I don't remember what stream it was, but I like literally maxed out the split staff in like 10 minutes. I'm like, that's a little bit much. That's a little bit much. You don't even really get to learn to use the weapon, but I think the way that they're doing it now is not that great either. I feel like if I completely do everything in the open world, that I should be able to just max everything. It's just going to become more of a problem if they add more weapons. If they add more weapons, then I think it's going to be more of an issue, because essentially you're going to have to keep respecking. I guess they want you to think about it more. The problem I have with that design is that the weapons are basically the same. They added a couple new moves for every weapon, and they split them between styles. So it's just not as exciting as before, where it was like a brand new weapon. They haven't really said anything about what's in the DLC, but I sure hope they have some like actual new weapons. I think going the Monster Hunter approach and just like having the same moveset with new stuff is probably the worst part about the game. And the DLC is not out for like months. I hope that that means that they're going to have actual new weapons, because I think the game definitely needs it. Well, yeah, you know, the only people that have full versions are people who are influencers of moderate size. So, I'm sure there will be a trainer to fix that. I'm sure that there will also be the cheat engine table to give you all the moves at once, because that made Neo 2 a lot better. Neo 2 didn't have a problem with like learning moves too slowly or too quickly. It was mostly just that you couldn't have everything at once, and the mod fixed that. So I'm sure that they'll get on that when it's fully released. It's probably going to take like a couple weeks minimum. But yeah, I agree with you. I feel like if you do everything in the open world, that I wouldn't say anybody would lose their gamer card for just maxing them out, just to like not have to keep respecking, so that you can switch like mid-mission and stuff. That was what was really nice about Neo 2, was that you could essentially just play everything. You know, eventually you just maxed out, so it's like mid-mission, you know, I want to play Odachi, or you want to play Katana or Dual Katana, and so on and so forth. You could just do that, but now you can't. I mean, you can, but it's way more difficult than it should be. Yeah, it doesn't really make the game any easier. It's just less stressful. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. I'll probably be back in the morning and try to raise some funds for Disgaea Musou, because it actually looks relatively decent, but there's like no footage for it. I think that they're charging too much for it. I think people are not buying it, because I looked online earlier and I could barely find anything. It actually does look pretty fun. I think it'll be a nice change of pace after 80 hours of Origins, where there basically are no builds and everything has like 50 billion health. I'm not expecting it to be like mechanically deep, but I think that the Disgaea formula actually works pretty well for a Musou, in theory. But there's like barely any footage on the internet right now. I looked, and there's been like barely any streams. There's no one streaming it on Twitch right now. So, we'll see. Yeah, the marketing is really bad, and also they have like a 15,000 yen version of it, which is crazy. Why does it cost so much? It doesn't even look like a high budget game. I feel like Nipponichi They know that the only people that play their games are like weebs, and they want to like nickel and dime people for every cent that they have. I'm like, that game does not look that it doesn't look that good, man. It looks fun. It looks fun, but it definitely doesn't look that expensive quality. I mean, you can get Origins is cheaper. Origins with the DLC is cheaper. Just think about that for a second. Like, what are people gonna choose? You know, if you got the budget for one expensive game, like, what are people gonna choose? They're not gonna choose the Disgaea game. Like, just plain and simple. People who don't have infinite money and aren't like rich content creators that can just buy every game instantly, they're not gonna buy it at that price. It doesn't even look like it's a high budget game. And it seems like nobody's buying it for that reason. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame them. Most people aren't made of money. Can't just buy $90 games all the time. You got to be pretty well off to do that, right? No, it's not on Steam. I wish it was. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll be back in the morning. Try to raise some funds for it. Otherwise, I'll get it next week. I don't think it has English text. I'm not sure if it does, actually. I heard that it's supposed to be later. They didn't say when. So, doesn't seem like there's a lot of interest in it. But me, personally, there's like nobody making Musou games right now. There's like one company making them. There used to be like several. You know, we had Senran Kagura and Onichan Bara, and then we had the Fate Extella games, uh, and then Basara, and then like all those are dead now, right? There hasn't been an Onichan Bara game in like 5 years. It's been like 6 years since the last Senran Kagura. Last Basara game was a decade ago. So I want to support it just because somebody else is trying to make a Musou, but I think that they're running themselves into a corner with that price. That price is not going to entice most people, especially since Origins came out on Switch to like last week. And I think most people are going to choose that over the Disgaea Musou, despite the Disgaea Musou actually having some really cool stuff, like the fact that you can make builds and become OP, and we all know that that's something that doesn't exist in Origins. You never feel strong in Origins. Origins, everything is an HP sponge, and the combat is good, but it just never feels like you feel strong. You feel strong, essentially, when you do the Rage Musou. That's like it. The rest of the time, it's like I get tired of doing that same button mash QTE to do like 10% of their health. So I think for that purpose, it's actually pretty cool that they're letting you do builds and stuff. Yeah, the Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered. Yeah, I saw it. The frame rate is shit. It looks really bad. It's just like I said, it's gonna run like garbage. I don't know why the hell they made that in Unreal Engine 5. They're out of their damn minds, man. The game itself looks decent, but man, the performance is terrible. Like, no wonder that they delayed it. No wonder that they delayed it. That game would be at, like, mixed reviews at best. If they put it out the way it was in those videos they put up today, that game would not have a positive rating on Steam. I guarantee it. It'd be like every other Unreal Engine 5 game that runs like shit. People calling them out for, wanting $70 for a game that doesn't work on, like, the most powerful computers. So, I just don't think it's something that can be fixed, though. That's the problem. It's the engine. That engine could barely run the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, which has, like, barely anything going on compared to a Musou. It's like small instanced areas, maybe like 5 characters in an instance at once, maybe like a dozen tops, and that barely runs. So what possessed them to think that this was going to work? I really don't get why they're doing it. I mean, the game has a lot of nostalgia for most people, myself included, but I think people were expecting it to run like Origins, and it doesn't. So I'm going to assume that's why they hid gameplay for so long, and they're delaying it. I can't think of any other reason. It really seems like they're self-aware. They put that game out in March, it would be a complete disaster. Oh, hold on, we got a new demo to try. I'm gonna try a new demo really quick. Well, Samurai Warriors 5 is stupidly designed. What's the point of rebooting if there's gonna be so many clones? Why didn't they just make it like Basara? It's like, not everybody comes back, but we make the combat better. The combat was a little bit better, but they had like 12 movesets for like 50 characters. It was stupid. It felt like a reboot in like the way that the characters looked and the story only. The gameplay, not at all. It really wasn't that much difference. And then like it just sucks only having like 10 movesets for like 40 characters. That's what everybody hates about Musou games. They don't like when there's a large roster and all of them play the same. But then they just rebooted it and did that. It's like, well, why? You should have done it like Basara 3. It's like, there's like maybe 15 characters, but they're all unique. The combat is completely changed. Some of the moveset stayed for some of the characters, but they all got like unique traits and stuff. That's what I was expecting, but then that wasn't what the game was. It was, we wanted to change how the characters looked and retell the story, but then have the same problems as before. Especially because Samurai Warriors never had clones. Kunoichi and Nene was as far as the clones went, right? But now everybody's a clone. And some of the movesets weren't even good, man. Some of them were terrible. The bow was bad. The slow weapons were terrible. The ninja sword was incredibly busted. So was the dual katanas. The fists were alright. A lot of them were shit. And that's kind of the problem with not having that many movesets. A lot of people will always say, like, oh, you guys are just picky and spoiled. I'm like, well, if you're only going to make like 15 movesets and have 15 characters, they should all be at least viable. But there were some weapons in that game were like busted, and then some of the other ones were terrible. It's like, well, see, that's the problem. I don't have that many movesets to choose from, and most of them aren't even good. And it just makes having a large roster pointless. What is with this, man? Why the hell does that have to connect to a server? It's like not even working. Why do I need to be online? Is this like a paid game or what? I just want to try the game, man. Why does everything need to connect to a server? Really fucking bothers me. I hate it. Give me an offline mode. I don't want to connect to a server. Tired of this shit. Does everything need to connect to a server? It's like that one game I played where they had online play, but then it was laggy and broken and it never worked. And you couldn't access certain modes without it. I'm like, just make it offline. That's what they did, though. They did make that game offline. Dude, what is this, man? It's not connecting. This game looked cool. I'm already, like, not interested. This is stupid server shit. I want to play offline. Alright, well, they lost their chance. I'll try it later. Fucking stupid. I'm so tired of that, man. It's like when that High Guard game came out earlier this week, and they had people sponsored to play it, and it was like a 30-minute tutorial. The tutorial was incredibly long, and then the moment all those people that were sponsored got out of the tutorial, the game, they got stuck in a queue and they couldn't actually play it. Like, you're gonna give people like thousands of dollars to play your shitty game, then you should make sure that the servers actually work. Because I don't think people are really gonna go out of their way to download something when sponsored streams can't even play the game. It's like the opposite, right? See them staring at a login screen, it's like, well, I'm not gonna go download that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'll be back in the morning, try to raise some funds.